Wait, this has happened before. Deja vu.
I just heard sync and then cinco, and I was like, okay, might as well complete this trinity.
Wait,
We
Tried to start counting in Spanish.
Oh, we gotta do.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
7, 8, 9, 10.
And all the
Yes, you
girlies
know,
say
yes,
he's
yes,
pretty
yes,
fly
yes.
for a white guy.
What is with y'all in that song?
Good song.
I don't know. We've been like jamming it in a Discord together with some friends, and it's like for some reason
rot.
just like caught on. I don't know why.
I see. Sometimes it just happens, I suppose.
Yeah. Anyway,
Full of
welcome
white
to
guys
Rat
that
One Podcast. We got guests for the first time in like 20 weeks.
You got a pretty fly white guy.
This is our like third guest.
Yeah.
No.
It's I mean
Jesus.
fourth because we attempted
Oh well, third
to have,
that got to talk.
Yeah, we attempted to have a guest
CJ.
on. CJ.
He was there in spirit.
But you know the episode, the audio kind of got fucked up. But we're back. We're here with Jack. Hi, Jack.
Hi, Brady. Also, now that
Don't
you
say
said that
that
the
on a
audio got
plane.
fucked up, now I'm worried about mine. But you know,
No, you're good. We tested it. I got in here early and made sure it wasn't fucked up. But it was.
Yeah.
thank Christ.
We're good. We're fine.
So guys, we have a lot to talk about this week.
Yeah. Oh my god.
let's take it.
So much happened.
So we have Series 13 and we have
The
Scarlet and Violet
trailer.
news.
What do we start with? We gotta like make some sections here.
I feel like we should
I
probably
start with who Jack is.
Yeah.
Jack,
That's
who are you?
true!
Before
Jack,
we get too
introduce yourself.
insane.
Oh shit. You know when like someone asks you who you are and then you forget everything you've done in your whole life?
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
so your name is Pedro.
Yeah. Oh shit. Well, I play competitive Pokemon. I finished, I think, 22nd in the world during season 31 at like a 1917 rating.
Right.
Gone second in the world on Battle Spot when it was still on still on 3DS. Said DS like an idiot. And done first place on a Pokemon Showdown and a couple other things. So that's kind of me.
And he's one of the OG PokeTubers, funny enough.
Yeah. A while ago.
you guys might remember a small bit of like the old heads might remember a YouTube channel by the name of Jack the Battler, and that's this guy, and probably like an influence for a lot of people starting their YouTube stuff, including myself.
Yo.
I was like Marcus, Jack, and like Aaron that were like the main influences for me starting stuff when I was a guy on a laptop that you could hear the fan going when the mic was on, because it was the internal mic, not like a mic from a headset or something. It was just
It's terrifying to think that there are people out there who started YouTube because they watched me.
yeah, I know, right?
Dude, that's wild.
But this is Jack. He's a bit of a ladder demon. And he's gonna be here today to talk about shit with us. So
Yet another guest that is also a content creator, making me the continually the odd one out here.
You have made
Literally
content
have
at some point.
the opportunity to do it.
Oh, I know. But instead, I choose to Fortnite dance in the background of everybody else's content.
No, good.
Like,
that
like
makes
you
you a content
literally
creator.
exist solely to do that.
yeah,
I mean,
My
there's
God.
nothing wrong with that, I think.
No. There's a
Exactly.
lot wrong with it.
no, he's hype. He's hype.
I'm hitting the gritty, bro. What do you want from me?
Oh my God.
Hey, me and Jack
Make
were
griddle.
me and Michael and me and Jack have been like in the lab together. Jack was helping me fucking get ready to actually play Series 12 again, and Michael
Yeah.
was
Oh,
helping
yeah.
me.
Well, Series 13 at this point.
Oh yeah, and then Michael was in the lab with me the other night. We were talking about content stuff, and I've come to realize why I actually don't like recording at some points.
This one's pretty big,
breakthrough?
breakthrough
because you don't have people to record with.
Yeah,
That's hype.
we've discovered that if you look back at my channel, where I started uploading like a fucking huge major bit was in Series 10, and I'm sure you guys can realize why that's the case.
Because you had to switch back to a bad format.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I was doing it a little bit during BDSP, and we've got systems in place to try to fix that. So, Murkiri content soon, smile.
Let's go!
But yeah,
Actually hyped for that.
What's happening in the world today? What's going on in the Pokemon world, everybody?
There is
Everything's
much
sparkly.
pain in the world.
Oh my god.
They turned
Ash is
sparkly.
right. Everything
They
is
yassified the
sparkly.
Pokemon.
They did yassify the Pokemon.
I want to know is I just
I love
don't
Persian
want
with his
Dynamax
ring
anymore.
pop.
We'll keep it to exclusively what's been in the trailer, since I know some people don't want spoilers of like leaked
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
So remember when we were all yelling at each other about how the mechanic, like, according to the leaks, didn't have any defensive capabilities?
Turns out that's like half of it.
Turns out that's like half the thing.
I was now
Wait,
I'm
how
not.
does the new mechanic work exactly?
this is
Wait,
huge,
I got
go
this.
for it.
I can say it correctly because a lot of people. I've had to correct so many people this week.
It's
on it.
it's
included.
confusing to be fair,
It's
but
not-
let's have like a disclosure.
It's not
now.
terribly confusing. Okay, so this is the basics of it. I think the reason it's confusing is because we had some preconceptions about
true.
what it was, which is messing with how we understand it now.
Yeah.
Had no one even had any kind of leaks about it, they would perfectly understand what was going on. So here's how it
Don't
works.
think so.
You have a Pokemon, and when you catch that Pokemon, it has a predetermined Terra type that is not active until you turn it on. As soon as you turn on that Terra type, you lose all of your original typings and gain this specific typing. If you
Yes.
gain the specific typing, you can consider it to be a side grade, because you go from, let's say, Magnezone, an electric steel type, to hypothetically a rock type. You gain a 50% boost on your moves, causing it to be a stab move, because you're a rock type. It's literally just the stab multiplier.
Yeah.
This isn't an upgrade, it is a change.
You just change type.
However,
The move power gets stronger.
if you have a Terra type that matches one of your original typings, you still lose all your typings except for whichever one matches it. But now you gained an adaptability boost.
Yeah, so you become Gen 1 Magnemite. You're just an electric type now.
Yes. So Magnemite would become, if you have electric Terra type, an electric Pokemon with we don't know if it's like adaptability, but it's supposedly 1.5 on 1.5. So a best way to describe it for Magnemite would be it hits like Regieleki now.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
So
He gets Transistor.
I'm fairly sure it was like, fuck. Wait, is that a leak thing? Am I allowed to say? Okay, I feel like we should be able to say like small like leak stuff from the leak.
Yeah, because
just
the
so-
leaks ended up being not entirely accurate, because who would have
Yeah.
thought that translating through two languages from people giving vague hints about
It
prototypes...
was Japanese to Chinese to English, right?
Yeah.
But, like, okay, so
Oh, yeah,
so
that's-
post the announcement, they sort of like the same leakers confirmed that it was an adaptability boost, and then there's
Okay, cool. So it's 2 times instead of 1.5.
yeah, so
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
So it's 2 times, and also the weird thing that we've also found out post announcement was that each like Pokemon can learn like a hidden power move, but for like the Terra type
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
I heard it was 70.
70?
Yeah, I heard
For no
it
technician?
was like
old style
yeah.
power.
So basically hidden power.
Sweet.
That's what I heard, but it could be 80, and I would honestly expect it to be 80 if we're being real.
Well, okay, so what I was thinking was the way it should work is that if you're just like a regular, like, because if you can use the Terra hidden power while you're not like terastallized, what I was thinking is that before you terastallize, it's like a base 40, just so like you're using
Oh,
them
like
kinda
weather
to
ball.
use, yeah, so it's like a weather ball or like a just like
Nature's power.
yeah.
whatever it's called.
yeah, so
It's just a normal move or something, yeah.
Rain pulse.
So-
This one.
Yeah, like Terrain Pulse. There you go.
So I feel like it should probably be like halved power when you're on Terastallize, just because, like, it'd be kind of busted if I gave my Ice-type Regieleki the Terastal move in it. Now it has Hidden Power Ice, but it's a state, it's Electric-type. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, like, post, like, Terastallize, it doubles in power, but then you also get, like, the stab boost as well, which is, like, using the mechanic to, like, actually make it, like, work and function. Which is a cool thing I think they should do, because it would make the mechanic
so you don't just have a random coverage.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool that they're basically doing a Hidden Power rework.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like
I remember Hidden Power was big back in like 2015, like Hidden Power Ice Thunderous and stuff.
Yeah, it was, I think, personally, as someone who played with Hidden Power, the only time that it was seriously annoying was in breeding. I was perfectly fine playing against Hidden Power Fire, Hidden Power Ice, Hidden Power whatever, because you knew. Because you knew. Like,
Marcus,
if you saw, like, I forget what the Hidden Power Fire user was.
It was Tapu Koko in 2017
yes.
for Kartana. That's immediately what I was thinking.
Yes, it was Tapu Koko. Sometimes we would see HP Ice on Electric types to beat Lando.
It would be
but
HP Fire on like Lele, like Sculpt Lele would run HP Fire sometimes.
Yeah, now it has Mystical Fire, so there's no point. But
yeah,
I think that Hidden Power was fine personally, just because it was weak enough where even a ×4 hit, you needed to chip and earn it.
Yeah. Well, so with the Terastallization, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, but
Pterodactyl.
I like calling it Crystallize. Why didn't they just call it Crystallize?
I'm just going to say Crystallize from here on out. But for that, does that mean that any Pokemon could switch to any type, or do they only have a select amount of types they could switch to?
So now hold on. Let me step in, because I think I told you that second part, Bobby. To everyone watching that I said that to
on the website. That is the misinformation that I've had to correct all week.
Yeah.
The website literally says there are 18 types of there are 18 types in Pokemon, so there are limitless combinations of Terastallization forms for you to give a Pokemon. Which there's no way that means each one has 2.
Yeah. So in my defense, in the trailer, they made it sound like when they say some Pokemon, when they say the words some Pokemon can change into different Terra types that aren't their main type, right? And I'm like, some Pokemon, that must just be like a handful of guys that they handpicked, and like what their pool of Terra types is.
Oh no.
No, not at all, because some Pokemon has a double meaning in the world of fucking Pokemon, where it's just like some Pokemon meaning some Pokemon species, aka all of them.
Yeah. So here's my opinion as to why they said it that way. I think when you're playing through the game, you know how when you're catching Pokemon in the wild in Sword and Shield, you will never find a Gigantamax without a den? I think it's that.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I think it's going to be like finding a strange move, like finding an egg move on a Pokemon in Oris, how you had to do it through DexNav. I think that's how it is. Like, like in the wild, you'll usually only find ones with the same Terra type, or maybe a few, but like the rest you have to hunt.
Yeah,
because it would be like cool in the sense, because I think I saw Hydreigon in the trailer.
Steel Hydreigon.
Yeah, like a steel one, because it has Levitate, so it's immediately immune to ground, and then it's just only weak to firefighting. And then with the insane coverage, would make it.
Yeah, I'm excited for the prospect of Pokemon with awful types being able to do something like your bug type that just explodes to everything. Now it's no longer just bug type; it's like something better. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, Charizard giving up Flying Stab to double down on fire and KOing everything with Heat Wave.
I didn't think about that one.
Sizzle gets Pure Steel.
Oh, Jesus.
That one's also great. You want to know what I'm most excited for? Some leaks. Sorry for those of you who don't. It's literally a Pokedex leak. It's not new Pokemon, but returning. Leaks have stated that Bruxish is most likely in the game.
Yo.
So here's the thing. No, I did, because I actually really like Bruxish.
I love Bruxish.
So
he's high.
So here's why. Bruxish has the same ability as Zarina.
Yeah, no priority.
Colossal is in the game. This thing gets Aqua Jet. Now I know what you're thinking. Hey, it was carried by Max Vocalith, and now you can get Fake Out. You know, it's not that good. Yeah. No, because now you get to Rock Slide Flinch.
Terastal
ew.
plus
So
the
we're
rock slide
so
spamming.
we terastallize to get adaptability on our rock moves, and then we self aquajet weakness policy and KO everything with rock slide.
I guess that essentially
Jesus
is
Christ.
like a Dynamax, like it's the same damage that you would be doing to like a Dynamax guy because you're like halving the effectiveness. That's cool,
Yeah.
actually. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh
Mhm.
god,
Well,
So-
also,
oh god.
oh, sorry, you can go.
No. It's like, oh god, Colossal might be good. No,
Dude, I want regular Colossal to be good because Colossal isn't nearly as annoying when you can fake it out. So
True,
it's
true.
literally like I get that I'm running Bruxish to avoid that if it is in the game, but still, it's not. It's much more beatable.
Yeah, and also with Wide Guard, it could stop the rock slide too. But
Yeah.
the other thing that I was also thinking about is that there might be some mons that aren't worth crystallizing because their type combination might already just be good enough in general.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you have to pick and choose. So like I think
At all
Ash,
water
you said
fairies.
if it like something like a bug type, it might just be worth it to just switch that, but then keep something that's like I don't know, like a grass steel type, which is a pretty good combination.
Yeah.
It has like 2 weaknesses.
Or a Moongus, it will never want to terastallize
because it has no
loses
resource
so many.
support.
It loses so many of the benefits that it gets from being a grass type.
Amoongus is never
And
gonna
a
want
poison
to.
type.
Amoongus is never gonna want to terastallize. The Amoongus terastallizing into a ghost type to stop fake out, so I get the spore off anyway.
what the
See that one? See that's fair. That's fair. But then your Amoongus sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
I mean,
it's-
always
it's
added on,
one
like, a
turn.
steel type could be pretty good.
Yeah.
This is true. You know what? This opens up a lot of. I didn't think about this until now, but like if you see on preview, what I do a lot is like, oh, they don't resist blank type very well, right? Like if just looking at their 6 Pokemon, it's stacking up all the weaknesses and resistances. That's like a pretty interesting way to do that. Like you can carry coverage for a lot of things now, and then just like, oh, they don't have an ice resist. So let me just turn my guy into an ice type real quick. Granted,
Yeah.
saying that doesn't make as much sense because you do need to pick what type you transform into outside of battle.
Yeah.
And you lock that in. So that's also interesting.
That's what I was about to bring up. It is going to be a huge pain if you can't change terrestrial forms in a post game area or anything.
Oh, that's
Oh, yeah.
I need you to think about team building because now when you're team building, each Pokemon has the potential to terrestrial because as of right now we assume it doesn't take an item. If that's the case, now it's like, okay, all right, you look at your team, right? And then you look at like the dark side version of your team where it's like, okay, now let's say I need to terastallize the Charizard. What does it need to be? Okay, we're going to keep that one fire for the nuke. My Groudon. Okay, let's turn that guy into a grass type to drop Solar Blades. Like it's going to be weird.
Yeah. Like
That's the weird part.
Yeah.
We'll get used to it, but like in team building, it's going to be super awkward at first.
Yeah.
I honestly do think that for the most part, Pokemon will want to just have their default type as their Terastal, though.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
some-
just for
it
the
de-
stat
I think
boost.
just like
The extra
Dynamax, it
boost.
depends on how you're built.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
It depends if you got that dog in you.
it really does depend if you've got that dog in you or not.
Don't say that to me. What are you? What are you
I
talking
think
about?
early on, I'm predicting the structure would be like you have 2 guys that are like strong attackers that terastallize into the same type as what they are, and then you have 4 guys that change into like coverage guys,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or like the
Yeah.
complete opposite way around. I don't know.
Because
I don't
on like Twitter it say like, because Marcos, I know you said right now we're assuming it doesn't carry an item, but didn't someone say that like a leaker mentioned how like it's like a ball item or something that they need, or am I just
It might be a key item is the thing.
Yeah, it's a key
okay.
item.
Like
It
Dynamax
was kind
band.
of,
We don't know. We're assuming it's a key item.
no, it is a key item. It's in
Okay.
this. It's in the same article that like that like sort of described it. It's like it's activated with this ball item, and it's like it's got like a crystal in it and shit, and it's like that's the like
It's a
the
reskin of Dynamax Band with like the pretty little sparkly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, but it's like
okay.
a ball. You throw the ball because the ball itself is like like crown. That you like
It's a bath bomb.
Yeah, so what you're doing is you're like throwing the ball at your Pokemon, and it's like putting the crown on it, or it's like
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
it's like making the crystal explode on it, and then it grows. It's
Give
like
it flowers.
giving it
Speaking about the
its
crown. Eevee had a
Hey.
one.
All right, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I really, really, really want to talk about Series 13.
Oh yeah,
Let's
that's
do
fine.
it.
Let's keep talking about this, but let's get to Series 13 soon because I have a discovery that I need to share with the world
Ooh,
that
oh
I
shit.
think is
okay.
kind of groundbreaking for Series 13.
Is it Plasma Fist Zoroark with?
It's no Zeraora are bad, but there is another mythical that actually might be really good because it's something that on paper you're like, I would never use that, and then you look at it and you go, holy crap, are those its stats?
Dude, if this is what I'm thinking it is, I'm gonna laugh so hard.
All right,
Dude, I'm on
yeah.
Showdown right
Spit
now,
it,
just trying
spit
to
it.
figure it out.
Wait, you said it was
Just
a
look
mythical?
at something. It's a mythical. Look for something with stats that surprise you that you did not expect.
Melmetal.
Okay, never
No,
mind.
all
That's not
right.
what I'm
Let's
thinking of.
stop guessing for now. but
Marcos
let's
is a
keep going
big
with
Mel
this.
Metal hater, and I got problems with
Yeah.
that. Don't be
I think
my
Mel Metal
boy.
mid. Listen, in
Spit,
non-Dynamax,
spit.
Mel Metal great, but right now Mel Metal is mid.
Mel Metal baller Dynamax.
Me
just
when I
always
think of
underspeed it
Gigantamax
naturally the
now that
biggest.
you
All
put
right,
it.
all right. So let's stay on Scarlet Violet for a second.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
Changing the
I
subject.
think Terastall water spout Kyogre is gonna go pretty crazy.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Dude, I
Bending the
cannot wait to
topics.
Grassy Glide and kill it instantly.
I heard Grassy Glide's not in the game.
I hope that it
Wow.
is.
Nah.
Grassy
No.
Glide is,
No. You
No.
want your Kyogre to
sense.
go crazy? Go stupid?
Look,
I don't want to think
I-
about
I-
Kyogre for 3 years.
I think-
how I'm gonna say it.
I think Kyogre will have its check. So I mean, Kyogre won't be legal without Regieleki in the video game.
yeah.
So that's its check. I think Regieleki was like handcrafted to like just beat Kyogre because like unless you're running AV on that shit, like Thunderbolt like almost always cares unless you like super invest as well. It's like it's Thunderbolt it or Wild Charge sometimes if you want to run a physical guy.
Is there
Oh,
anything
yeah.
else from the trailer that I wanted to talk about? Oh, just like gameplay wise, maybe. How the fact that we got, we've all got them dogs in us, yeah, but now we get to ride on them dogs.
I don't want to ride
They're
on them.
lizards, but yes.
They're awesome
Okay,
lizards,
you
dude.
want to tell me those things are lizards? The red one, bro, that thing runs like a child would run.
He's a lizard. He's awesome. I love him.
Gallops.
Everyone's like, oh, look, why'd he pop out his wheels for no reason? I think he looks silly.
Dude, know what
Dude.
the Red Lizard reminds me of a bit? Like, do you guys remember, oh shit, what was the name of the show? It was like with the balls that you threw on like the cards and then they opened up.
Bakugan?
Bakugan.
Baku, yeah, that's what it was. And then like, what was the one that like the evil guy used? Like, it was the dark one. It was like had
I
like a
don't
saw on
know.
its chest.
Oh,
It kind of looks like the new
The one
legendary
that-
a little bit.
Is it Murkiri? Like the
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah. I think it was like Hydra something. It was like
I know.
I,
exactly
no, I
what
think
don't
I think
have
I think
in
it
my head,
was
though.
I think it was Hydra itself. Hold on.
I need to look this up. This is
Bakugan.
so unnecessary to look up, but I need to see this.
No, I have to I have to use
Yeah, but,
the
dude, it looks like the red legendary like so much. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
you mean Hydronoid, dude?
Hydronoid.
That guy.
That's a crazy name.
It's just a big old dragon.
That's hype. Good for him.
Does it have like a saw on its chest, or am I just like thinking of stuff now?
I think you're just thinking of stuff.
I mean, I will say the
hold
base
on, I'll put it-
design of we're gonna make the guys bikes that people ride on, which, by the way, banger prediction. Even if
Yeah,
it
a
was low
lot
hanging
of people
fruit.
called it.
What was I gonna say? Of the most hype design I've ever seen is making them bikes, right? That you ride
Yeah.
on, literally has ride on in the name. The other one
Yeah.
has wheels that it like floats around and shit. It's like, dude, this is so cool. They have wheels. How are they gonna use them? Are we gonna ride them like bikes? And then you hop on Koraidon. It gets on all fours, puffs its wheels out, and then doesn't use the wheels. It just
'Cause he's
runs on
awesome.
its big ass hands. That is
he's awesome.
hilarious.
He don't care. He
It's
don't care.
so
He doesn't
fire.
need wheels. God, that's pussy shit. He just runs. He's
But
awesome.
he still has the wheels. Is the funniest shit. It's like
They're
I'm gonna
for
go out for a
decoration.
bike
Well, it's
ride.
not wheels.
Bro,
it's
like
not. It's
it
a
would be like-
flotation device,
it would be
supposedly.
like it would be like me saying I'm gonna go out for a bike ride, picking up my bike and then sprinting with it. It's some funny shit.
Well, they don't rotate. They don't rotate, like, because he's an actual lizard. The other one does rotate because he's not a real lizard. He's a robot, but
like
this one is a real lizard. Like, some lizards have, like, these air sacs on their chest that will puff out.
Yeah, for intimidation.
So it's like, it's meant to be a cool little design quirk.
I like it.
Awesome guy.
I like silly. I wish they would run like the what are they called? The Jesus lizards. Have you seen how they like run across water?
Yeah.
Dude,
No,
if it
like,
ran
you
like
know,
that
they-
across water, it'd be so funny.
They
Yeah,
made
it's like
Helios
Helios,
do
dude.
that in Pokemon Snap, and he just like waddled across the water. It looks so funny. I wish they did that with those guys because it would have been really silly looking. Just speed waddle.
Yo, we got new Pokemon too, didn't we?
Yes, I love the whale thing. It like
I
looks
hate
like a
the
water.
way. Oh my god. I'm
He's
gonna fight you on
hype!
this. I
He
know, I'm
looks
gonna
like
fight you on
water
this, I'm
ice, and then
sorry.
he's just pure ice, which is probably worse. But I don't care. I think that's neat.
It is so ugly. I'm so sorry.
Everyone's a little hater today. What the hell?
I
He's
am
awesome.
a hater. I woke up 4 hours ago. I'm a hater.
I
No,
love
that's not
Pokemon
right.
that just look ugly. I don't know why. Like brush sticks. I'm with you with brush sticks, Marcos. They're just interesting.
Yeah.
They don't look like little toys. Like a Fido is adorable. I do like the
I
Fido.
love
Oh yeah, Fido based as hell.
I really hope that it's like all creamy, how you can get different flavors. I doubt that'll
Dude,
be something.
I hope that'd be so
But that would be
fun.
really cute. Like, I need the what's the sugar bread? How it, like makes like a
Oh!
Melon
I know what you're
pen?
talking about. No,
Not
you
melon
fucking
pen.
weeb. The fucking Mexican one.
the Mexican one that I
bread.
can't.
Concha.
Churro?
Is it just
Concha.
sweet bread? Is it just called sweet bread?
Goncha.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's a
Yes,
concha.
that. I want bread. I want bread dog like that with different flavors. I think it would be
Pretty.
cute.
Brady Brain went to the fucking like.
Melon.
Dude,
Dude, it's sweetbread. It's literally what that is.
That is a way to call it, yeah.
okay, would anyone
Shut
else
the
bash
fuck
the-
up. I'm like the least weeb. Like, I've actively tried not to be a weeb, but it's so cringe. Also, I'm
I love
Japanese!
Oh yeah,
You know what?
Brady is
Good point.
Japanese. Come on, Michael.
You know what? Good point. Wait a minute. I'm a dickhead here.
He's walking up to a Japanese person speaking Japanese. Lol, weeb.
No
Point
fucking
blank.
weeb, dude. I mean,
Insanity.
I'm a quarter. I'm a quarter.
Doko Desuka, your bitches, bro.
What are you
I
saying?
don't even know what you said. Michael, how are you gonna call him a weeb and then start doing that?
Jack, I am so sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. It's actually kind of funny to listen to this.
Listen, Brady's my dog, and we went to bed together last night, so
No, he's your
this is
little
why I'm
bear.
insane.
Michael, you gotta work on your phrasing, buddy.
Oh no, I
yeah,
don't.
no,
This
we
came
went
from him.
we went together. We went to bed together, dude.
Kiss your
Like,
homies goodnight.
okay.
I have been. This is tangential to the Pokemon conversation, but I have been literally going to bed at like 10 a.m.
What?
Illinois time, and waking up at like 5 p.m. or 5:30 p.m.
You are
Uh,
nocturnal.
I am
Dude.
Australian, is what is what the reality is, because I've been hanging out with these guys.
You sound like one of my friends who works the graveyard shift at his job. Basically sleeps from 8 in the morning to like 8 at night,
Oh, yeah.
and then just goes to work.
Yeah, it's
It's like his whole life now.
Michael used to work super late too. It's crazy that now this is only happening after he leaves his job.
Yeah.
And you know what? I feel the most healthy I've ever been.
Well, fair enough.
I don't believe you.
I mean, like, as crazy as it sounds, I'm eating healthy. I got my good little Greek yogurt with some honey and some granola in it, and I'm
Oh, that sounds
chowing
good.
down. I'm feeling good about myself.
Dude,
Getting
that sounds
work
pretty
done.
Good.
I'm drawing.
That's true. Michael made some fire art for the video
Yeah,
I'm
so-
dropping
I'm
so-
tomorrow.
drawing furry
Marcos?
shit for Marcos.
Yeah, Marcos, I gotta ask because last night Michael said I've been commissioned to draw furry art, and I'm like, by who? And he said goes Marcos, and I say, what the fuck are you
Do you
talking
want me
about?
to? Do you want me to drop what I commissioned in the
I
chat?
need an explanation. I've been told
kinda
what
wanna
it is,
see
but I
this.
need to know why.
It's not actual furry stuff.
Well,
It's Komodo.
I would hope it's
It's
not
a scaly
furry stuff,
thing.
Marcos.
You're scaly.
It's
I would
no,
hope.
it's Komodo. doing the same pose as Michael Jackson on one of his albums.
Which just so happens to be seductively laying down looking at you.
Yeah, it's a Michael Jackson reference.
Yeah, it is. But it's also a Komodo seductively looking at you. I'm just saying.
Listen, if it was spreading its butt cheeks at me, I get what you'd be saying, but this is an album.
Listen,
Y'all got
I'm just
weird things
saying,
with
if you
lizards.
get weirdos in your comment section, that is not my fault.
This is alright. Ash, have you seen it?
I've seen so when I asked what he was doing, he took a screenshot and it was just the album cover with like a Komodo stock imagery. Oh my god, that's beautiful. I haven't seen the product.
That isn't even there's no abs, there's no line where his like, where his like pee-pee's about to start. This is just a Komodo laying down like Michael Jackson.
And you can thank
You know what?
me
I
for
respect
that.
it.
What? Did you have to talk him down?
Yeah, sir, I was talking to him, and I was like,
What's up?
I was in call with him while he's doing it. I'm like,
I'm on a
and
call right
he's
now.
like talking
I'll be
about
up in a second.
his muscles and shit, and I'm like, dude, Komodo isn't like swole or like bar or anything. Like,
Oh, it
he's
Yeah.
totally is, though. Like,
he's just
He's
like
covered in scales. How could you tell?
like the scales aren't like swole or any like the scales are like
He's not
things hanging
buzzwole.
off of him. He
Now,
is
here's
not
the thing.
swole himself. He's just
Komodo
like a
is
tube.
he's a wimp, okay? But like, based on how he plays, he should be built like that. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Close
And
combat, bro.
And then I was like, yo, brother, that isn't how he built. He's not built that way. have you seen the render of Komodo? He's got tubes for hands. His hands are tubes.
Tubes for hands.
You gotta hit the
His
tube
hands
for
are tubes.
Komodo need a glow
All
up.
I know is that I just hope my boss never sees this conversation that I've had. Komodo is sitting down seductively, just looking at us. Like, Jesus.
It is a
But
banger
yeah.
idea for a thumbnail. I will say that.
So, you can thank me for not making it. You can thank me for him not making it swole. Smile.
Thank you, Brady.
I'm
You're
looking
welcome,
out for
Marcos.
I'm
Everyone
looking,
in chat say
looking
thank
out
you,
for
Brady.
for the quality of the Markers channel.
In other words, this is actually a pretty
So-
good drawing, Michael.
Yeah,
I
this
gotta
is
give it
this is
to you.
fantastic work.
Yeah. Is it
Really
too late to
good.
add the penis?
Yo!
Instant
Yes,
demonetized.
yes, it is.
We're not monetized, Brady.
No,
Yeah.
instant demonetized on your channel.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that wouldn't even be demonetization. I'd just get a strike.
Big old penis in the thumbnail.
Like, no, I think not even isn't the right word. It'd be worse, is what I meant to say.
Account banned.
Yes.
Okay.
Instantly combust.
Now
So
can
anyway-
we talk about Series 13? Because
Yeah,
Komodo
Marcos,
sucks
what is
there,
what is
too.
your secret pick?
Okay. Did you guys know that Zarude has 105 in 3 of his stats?
Yes!
Bro, that
Yes!
Pokemon is garbage.
Shake my hand. Shake my hand right now.
No.
Listen.
Here's yeah. I'm virtually shaking Ash's hand.
Thank you. Thank you.
Here's the reason it's good, right? It's a perfect Sun Team Pokemon as an alternative for Yveltal, because Sun Teams, now that they can run Groudon, Charizard, and Zacian, right? They can throw a Xerneas on there. You could run Yveltal, you could,
Xerneas?
but then you have a couple. I think it's a little bit too weak. So what you do is you run a Koba Berry Zarude with Leaf Guard, obviously, and you're able to run a set that outspeeds all base 100s, and you can drop a Rock Tomb on opposing Charizards.
Oh, I didn't
to-
know it got that.
Yes, to get speed drops on them. Zarude also naturally takes Behemoth Blade, not that they'd want to drop that on you because they can just play rough, but if they think that you can't live it, yeah, you can. It takes like little to no investment. Power Whip takes literally like 0 investment to one-shot 4 HP Kyogre, and if it's max HP, what I've done is I just gave this guy 164 attack Jolly, so it's a 75% chance to one-shot max HP.
Damn. Okay, wait.
Also,
I need
Jungle
that.
Healing heals burns on Groudon
Yes.
and Zacian.
Yes. The burn healing, like it's like Life Dew, but better because it recovers
Yes.
status. That is so useful
Yeah.
because I can
So
feel
you-
that Paralysis and Thunder Wave is going to be super good.
Yeah, so you literally and it's Thunder Wave and like Prankster
Yes!
Immune. Like literally, you don't lean into it heavily until it's necessary. Like versus like Kyurem Hyper Offense annihilated.
Yeah.
Kyurem Hyper Offense annihilated by the existence of Zarude because you can just Rock Tomb the Kyurem. Yes, are you still able to get hit? But now they have things to deal with. Now that the Zarude is like super annoying. More importantly, rain matchups became so much easier. I think Zarude while, it takes a lot more thought to use than like a Rillaboom as a counter rain Pokemon, it has a lot more rewards across the board.
Yeah, I was mostly looking at it the other night because I realized that being both grass and dark, you're immune to Spore and you're immune to Prankster Taunt. So
yes,
just
also
slapping Taunt
Calyrex
on it.
Shadow.
Yeah, Calyrex
Shadow.
Shadow. Yeah, you can take Calyrex Shadow. I don't think Calyrex Shadow is going to exist now. You can run Yveltal on every single team.
Yveltal really good.
But like,
also, it's faster than Yveltal, so you Rock Tomb it and then Behemoth Blade.
Dude, that's crazy. I love that.
I was just about to say, this is rude looking at the enemy of Yveltal while all of its stabs. Same with Zacian. It's like, I don't know, bro.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Like, I feel like it's one of those Pokemon that if you position it right, it'll have a niche. Someone told me how Diancie could be useful last night, and I was like,
no, I'm not taking it. I am not having it. I think Diancie's always bad.
Let me explain. Let me explain. If you're in a situation, it's like an endgame Pokemon. You can completely block Incineroar and opposing Yveltals. So if your team needs that, you can throw it on there. And then, it sets up Trick Room, it spams. I learned this about Diamond Storm. It's a 50% chance to boost your defense by 2, right?
Yeah.
It rolls that 50% chance for every target it hits.
Yeah, I know that much.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
The issue with it is that all Groudons run Heavy Slam, all Zacians run Behemoth Blade, all Magirnas run Flash Cannon.
You don't bring it for those reasons. It's gonna die to everything else, but as an endgame Pokemon, or a opening game Pokemon if they don't want to lead with Zacian or you're not fighting a Sun team with Groudon on it, like, I could see it just kind of sitting there and being annoying, like how Ferrothorn is. Once you get rid of their fire types, Ferrothorn just sits there. The only thing that makes it bad is that it doesn't get recovery.
Yeah, see, the thing is, I'd agree with that if it weren't for the fact that this is taking up a slot that could be used on a restricted, or a Pokemon that can switch in on hits, like Zacian's Behemoth Blade, because the thing about Zacian and Groudon existing is that, like, if you're using this Diancie in the back as an endgame Pokemon, that's one more Pokemon that you're scared to switch in on things.
Yeah.
Like, you need as much health as you can on Diancie to get anything done, because it's base 50. Like, it is straight up a Pokemon that doesn't want to switch in because you're focusing on an endgame, or it's a Pokemon that gets annihilated on lead because you're trying to get Trick Room and your opponent was prepared for it. Like, it is rough to use. I will agree that in, like, fringe situations, you're gonna get away with it.
Yeah.
Like, if you remove a Zacian from the game, or you remove a Groudon and your opponent's left with, like, Charizard, Incineroar, and, like, the various support Pokemons in the game, like Grimmstar, you're gonna win versus those three. But you're giving up a slot that could be used on something so much better.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think there's a lot of these mythicals that are just niche situations.
Celebi.
Yeah, Celebi!
Bad. That one just kind of can't do anything.
He just can't do anything. The difference is Diancie can do something.
It's Mew that can beat Kyogre.
Yeah,
I think Ash said it the best on stream the other day, where she said something to the effect of, like, some of these mythicals that only really do one thing, like beating Yveltal for Diancie's case, right? It's like, it can do that. It's never gonna not be able to do that. It's just, it's got so much other stuff to fight where, like, you're right, it's a fringe situation. But if your team really needs that fringe situation to happen, it makes sense, right? So
I was looking at Mew, and I think Mew's gonna be very mid because it's hard to build a team around, but I think it's gonna be a fantastic, just make it do what you need it to do. It's your Band-Aid, something like that.
Yeah, it is a Band-Aid, I will say that. If you manage to create a team that somehow loses to every support mon, yes, go ahead. But, like, that's what it does.
What do you guys think is going to be the best mythical in the Series 13?
It's Magirna. A lot of people are, like, trying to say, like, no, it's not Magirna. It's not. Magirna's easy to deal with. Magirna's the only Pokemon where you have to look at it and a Calyrex Ice and go, I don't want to KO either of these things.
Yeah. It's the pressure that it has outward is what makes it so good. Every mythical on this list is, you can deal with them in some shape or form. Magirna, I think, is the trickiest one to do because it's not like a Dynamax Pokemon you can keep debuffing and then KO everything next to it. No, because as you're KOing things next to it, it starts getting boost, right? It's really hard to mitigate its damage output. Like, screens will do something, but the time you spent trying to mitigate its damage, it is now at +2. So it's such a weird, like, he just sits there menacingly.
You just have to box with it. You
just have to fight it. There's no way to like
it's like that
easily
one
mitigate
SpongeBob
it.
episode where he's just like looking across the street. It's like you stood there menacing.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, nah, because like I don't know. Like, I feel
getting
like
plus-
Metal is gonna be really good.
Magirna getting +2 special attack off of a protect.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's what's going to be crazy about it. I think that Victini won't be as crazy as people think, but it's definitely going to be crazy.
It's
That's
up
another
there,
one that
I
I've
think.
been
It's
seeing.
good.
Yeah.
Because
It's
like
up there.
for me, I think I would probably think Metal will be the best.
That's
Yes!
a good one.
And then after
That's-
that,
you!
I think my top 3 are like Mag. Okay, I'm gonna do top 4 because Mag's given number 1. After that, it's like in no order: Victini, Melmetal, and then like maybe Marshadow.
I think Volcanion.
Marshadow,
Yeah,
you have
Volcanion.
to Scarf Marshadow 100%.
Scarf Marshadow.
Something
go
I
crazy.
wanted to try just to be a menace. This was going to be a video soon, so please don't steal. But
Of course.
I was going to do Prankster Swagger Thunderous plus Scarf Marshadow, and I just swagger Azashi in and kill it.
That would be really funny, actually. Just hear your
Alright, but
boosts
I
on
will
their
say
mind.
this: you know who the biggest winner of this format is?
It's
no
Yveltal.
one.
Yveltal,
No.
literally Yveltal.
Well, yeah, I guess Yveltal, but I think that the other Gen 6 one is a solid second place. I think Xerneas is going to have a lot more usage now.
Honestly, all of these
Specifically on Sun, it's a lot easier. Like look at the team I just dropped in chat.
all of these
like-
guys that like sucked to use because it was like, damn, I can't. If my partner with this is Zacian, I'm not covering everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the fact that you can only have 2 restricted, basically. is
Stealing this is rude,
what I'm
by the
saying.
way. Thank you.
Like
Yep,
you can
you
have
can go
Zacian
ahead.
Groudon and now a Xerneas as well there.
Yeah!
Like that's what I'm kind of getting at is like being able to complete like a trio of something to cover each other is massive for
Yeah.
Pokemon. And I think me and Brady were talking about this a while back where it's like this might just be what makes restricted format sucks is that you only get 2 of them and not like a core, like a trio, like a core.
Yeah.
Because trios are baked into Pokemon. Look at Fire, Water, Grass. Look at Dragon, Fairy, Steel. Look at all of that type of stuff. And so it's like, hell, even all the legendary like trios come in trios. But it's reflected in battles as well too. Because like, I don't know, having only 2 always makes it will always make it feel like you have 2 weak links in the fact that they're just normalized Pokemon. So the fact that you can run a structure like 1 support guy, 3 restricteds is like I think that's huge. I think that's crazy.
I think that Pokemon like Kyurem and
Ho-Oh.
Ho-Oh, yeah. Pokemon
big-
that like you didn't
the
want to
B
be taking up.
teams.
Yeah, you didn't
Yes,
want.
literally.
You didn't want them to be taking up your restricted slot beforehand, but now they can. It doesn't matter because there's no restrictions on them. I think you can make Mewtwo work better in this format than ever before.
Yeah, dude. All right, here's the thing. I do want to point this out. Mewtwo, if it makes it into Scarlet Violet, it's got options.
What do you mean?
Because of all the coverage it
the-
gets.
Oh,
because
you know
of all
what?
the
I suppose
coverage.
that is our grass type restricted, isn't it?
That and Mewtwo becomes the grass type restricted. Like,
Funny.
just think about it. Like, here, look at the grass moves it's got. It's got Energy Ball, Grass. Not honestly, dude, that's base 90.
Yeah.
Energy Ball's base 90. I always forget that. I always think it's 80. Like,
Definitely got
that
some
hurts.
too.
That hurts, and it's got Unnerve. It basically becomes a third Calyrex form if you're using the term very lightly. Like an unnerved Pokemon that can be annoying with damage output. Yeah, I think that's cool. Also, it could also become a ghost type if it really wanted to. It could, but that's only if like Calyrex isn't in the game.
Shadow Ball would be stabbed, the move it's like known for because of Smash Brothers, because of the movie. I always thought it was like interesting that like some Pokemon are like known for moves, but like they're not stab. Like Metagross is known for Earthquake because of like the Pokeball in Smash. He just, like, stabs
Oh
the ground.
yeah, I thought it was Bulldoze. I thought he was using Bulldoze.
That move didn't exist yet.
Oh, never mind.
Dude, I have not played Smash in like 10 months.
Something I do want to say is I appreciate that this mechanic that we have for Scarlet Violet it has been confirmed through leakers that when you switch, it stays.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I appreciate that, because it means that in singles, Pokemon like Aggron just became viable.
Mm-hmm.
But it also
Like it can be pure steel.
I feel like also I mean like that's cool, but I feel like if it switched out, it sort of like gave you more options. Like, oh, I decide that I want to do it now. I guess it gives more impact to like decision making in terms of like when you're actually going to terastallize.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike forfeiting your whole Dynamax by switching it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense, but like also I don't know. I'd like to have the option to be like, actually, I don't want my Venusaur to be ground type anymore.
Yeah.
That is, yeah, you know what? I do very much like that, right? Where it's like, if you do it for one specific scenario, we referenced this with Amoonguss earlier, where it's like, I'm going to turn into a ghost type to block the fake out. You get the Spore off, and then for the rest of the game, it's like, I mean, I kind of wish I had the ability to do that in another guy.
Yeah, like you regret it almost instantly. You're like, yeah, that wasn't worth it, was it?
Yeah.
Risk reward kind of thing.
I enjoy that kind of thing. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that carried over.
I think this is gonna be a fun one.
I'm excited.
I'm becoming more and more optimistic about it the more I think about it.
Mm-hmm. Same. I think that it's just gonna be like pretty fun overall, and I get the whole Kyogre
There's
with the water boost, with the water spout, but I feel like everything that has ever been busted before in Pokemon, we've found a way around it at some point.
Yeah, this thing's already Dynamaxing behind screens with an Assault Vest. That thing's
Yeah,
already unkillable,
if we can
so
figure
it's
that
like,
out,
oh
we
no,
can
it
do
does more
anything.
damage. Who cares?
True.
If we can get through this, if we can get through Dynamax, we can get through everything together.
There's three things that are certain in life: death, taxes, and me enjoying the Pokemon mechanic. So I think I'll like it.
Base.
Like, I just don't think there's anything currently out there about it that's like too, oh my god, I hate this, other than maybe the fact that it's like you do have to spend a good deal of like resources to scout for what it is that like which terrestrial Pokemon you're gonna see, right? Because like if you think about it in like the terms of like a best of 3 for VGC, right? You load in and you don't really know what their terrestrial strategy is, like immediately off the bat. Like as time progresses, of course, that'll get there, right? Like we see a Charizard on a Sun team, and we're like, that's Gigantamax, right? We know, you know, that's like that type of thing. But the fact that you don't know all 6 of the opposing Pokemon's like Terra type that they can turn into, and you won't see that, you won't see all 6 in a game, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right. So like, if somebody does the same Terra guy twice in a row on you, wins game 1, loses game 2, you have no idea if they're going to do either A, the exact same thing in game 3, or one of 5 different types that like has been unrevealed yet. That's the only thing that I think can be a little bit like, damn, bro, like shake my hand, game 3 that I turned into
I feel like that's not
some
the
type
worst
that
thing,
sucked
though.
for you.
They're adjusting to what was established in the previous other games, you know?
Yeah, like
And it makes me think of like hiding what Z move you have and then being like, surprise, I have Grassium Z Trend, fuck you, you know?
And like that's what makes it cool, right? So that's why I'm like saying like this isn't even like the worst example of it, because it's like you're right, that's just concealing information to make a hype play like when it matters, right? That's Pokemon, bro. That's hype. That's cool as hell. But I don't know. I do think the what's the word? Not unpredictability, but just like variance, I suppose, is a little bit questionable to me right now. But like otherwise, I'm a fan.
I mean, Markers was saying like in the first couple of weeks it might be hard, but like eventually we'll sort of figure out like what works on what Pokemon. A lot of the same Pokemon will be just fair typing as opposed to like other shit, but like there'll be times where like some Pokemon will only specifically be a typing because it gets that coverage. Like I think like ground type Venusaur is probably one of the bigger ones, or like fire type Groudon when that eventually becomes a thing.
The issue is some of the ones that they showed in the trailer. Sorry to cut you off. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say it's really weird because we're all sort of like restricted strong Pokemon from current season brained at the moment when like we're probably not gonna see Groudon for like another 2 years after this.
Yeah, that's true.
For
Good,
a decade,
good,
most
keep 'em away.
likely.
It's like
A
damn
decade without Groudon.
decade.
Dude, I'm just
Decade.
I'm just
down
happy
for
we
that.
don't have Dynamax anymore.
Yep.
We go to new games.
I
cannot do another season with that.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
so confused when we start because I'm gonna think I can live things, but I'm like, wait, where's my button?
Where's my button? Where's my survival button?
Where's my
I'm
Airstream
so-
button?
Dude,
How-
you know what? This
How
is
am I gonna
like,
get faster?
My drink, my diet, Dr. Airstream.
how can I play this without my Airstream?
Literally,
I haven't
that's how my
played it
brain's
like
gonna
this.
work.
say that, and that's scary as fuck.
No,
Like,
dude.
like people who started in Sword and Shield that are like, I can't click Airstream.
No, that's
That-
me.
that's
no,
Michael.
no, no. It's
That's
that's fake.
Michael.
That's fake. Let me tell you why that's fake. I played
No,
BDSP,
like,
right?
listen. The Dynamax players are gonna see. They're gonna sound like Courage, the Cowardly Dog. Like, can't Airstream anymore. They're gonna be so mad.
Why are we?
Yeah,
bullying
whatever the fuck,
Michael?
man. I figured out how to Dynamax and Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, okay? You click
Huh?
Choice Specs Hyper Beam adaptability off Porygon Z. That's a fucking max strike and a half, bro. That's a Behemoth Blade and special attack for him.
And is this Behemoth Blade in the room with us?
Right now.
Yeah.
I come on out, Zacian!
Listen, I got my little blue socks on, okay?
Well, dude, they added like such broken stuff to this gen.
Yeah, there's
It's
a
just,
lot of power creep.
Yeah.
like Zacian and then both Power X's and Urshifu, which I don't know why they thought that was a good idea.
Remember?
I thought it was a good idea.
Remember when they made Precipice Blades and Origin Pulse 85 accuracy to balance their extremely high base power spread damage? Remember
They
that?
Yeah.
didn't do that here.
And then they stopped doing that.
They were just like, let's make an electric Pokemon that's on crack. Just
Yeah. like it's cool because now we have new Pokemon that are usable, but I feel like at some point we're just gonna this is gonna be Dragon Ball. We're gonna have so much power creep it gets boring.
Yeah.
This is gonna be Dragon Ball. It's actually so true. Yo,
Dude,
we're
I
already
wish
at
this
Ultra
could be
Instinct.
Dragon Ball.
We're already at Ultra Instinctation. How do we go up from here?
Remember Ultra Necrozma's Z move? That was Dragon Ball.
No.
Oh my
You
God,
when it's Dragon
yeah.
Ball.
Dude. The difference
Every
is I
Pokemon.
like Goku, I fucking hate Zacian.
I think it was like we're gonna be able to adjust to anything. I think that no matter what, we're gonna be fine with what ends up happening with the power creep. But I feel like if it continues, it's gonna end up being less like returning Pokemon are always good to the new Pokemon are always good, and there's always like another
gap
set of like
between-
busted guys who kick out the ones before, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I don't know. I like Pokemon I like staples. I like Landorus or like Latios, Latios.
I like
and,
staples too. They taste good.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Stuff
Okay,
like
but, like,
that.
what I
Like
was gonna say,
Raichu
the
being
gap-
good, Metagross being good, like Pokemon that are always just pretty good.
The gap between people that enjoy regional text formats versus like the rest of the other ones is probably going to grow if all the power creep continues
Yeah,
to, you know,
yeah.
creep.
That's what I'm worried
should
about
all
as well.
Regional decks girded for real.
Dude, I'm so excited.
2017 regional dex was pretty goated, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
They've
It's
hard
all
to beat
been.
that.
I've
It's
never
really
seen
hard
a
to beat
regional
that.
dex that hasn't been
Yeah.
hype. I almost
When-
got into VGC in 2017 with that regional dex. I almost did.
It's
That
hype.
Geico
Like,
Invitational?
it didn't feel like anything was so like obviously the Tapus are probably the most powerful stuff in the format, but they weren't like the gap between them and everything else wasn't so massive that you couldn't use anything else.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They were
Where it's like with
balanced
Reggie
busted.
Lucky. Yeah, where it's like with Reggie Lucky, it's basically made Tapu Koko just non-existent at this point in time. It's like, so ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It's so
One
weird.
Tapu Koko user seething in the, in the comments right now.
Yeah, dude, I'm just like
Yeah.
in my corner, just like
Tapu Koko has
Veins in
its
my
niche.
neck.
It's just a lot tinier than Regieleki.
yeah.
Why is he so small?
They shrunk my bird.
Have you ever seen one of those maps of, this might be too much of a tangent. Have you ever seen one of those maps of like like Twitch streaming but like visualized? like big streamers are like a bigger bubble, and like they have all these like tie-ins and connections to all these other streamers. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't seen that, but I know what you're talking about.
If you haven't seen what I'm talking about, just look it up. I don't know how you would say it. It's like map of Twitch or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
The power creep Pokemon that we're talking about, like Regieleki, like Calyrex, like Gisation, like all of these guys, right? Those things come into that map and they just dwarf everything in size.
Yeah.
I think whoever said like Tapu Koko is just smaller now because of Regieleki, right? That's like a really good way to say it, because it's like, why would I go watch a 5-viewer person playing Fortnite when Ninja's right there? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's that level of like.
Okay, but the right.
It makes sense. It's understandable. Ninja's playing with Drake. 5-viewer Andy's playing with fucking
Jared from next door.
Serena, bro, or some shit like.
Yeah.
No,
But,
I feel that Twitch is a weird comparison, but I get what you're saying. Like, there are what's the Marcos? I'm stealing this analogy from you again. Cresselia versus Uxie. They're both psychic types with Levitate that are bulky with supporting moves. What makes them different? Cresselia has more tools, and tools that you would probably use more often than Uxie.
It's just
Therefore,
a bigger
it is
guy.
Yeah.
The guy's just bigger than the other guy. It's restricted format is a dick measuring contest, and I will refuse to elaborate.
Yeah, dude. It's like, yeah. Like, Mike, you put it pretty much the best way.
Yeah.
To put it.
Don't call it
Like,
that.
It's like Zacian at top, and then like Kyogre like right behind, and then to me it just feels like maybe Calyrex, and then everything else. Just like the gap between everything, I feel like is so massive.
There's a big gap between what's good and what's bad in restricted formats, which is why I've talked about this a bit before. I think it's harder to get people interested in playing restricted formats because of that. Because every person who starts off playing Pokemon wants to make their random little Scrimblow work. And that's understandable.
Okay, but it's
a lot easier
to
do in non-restricted.
It's so easy to get Gen 1ers to play restricted, though.
True! Hey,
Like,
you like
you're literally
Venusaur?
like, hey, man,
You like
Venusaur? You like Charizard? Hey, check it out. They're right here. The other day, I was getting my oil changed, and this guy, he was talking about how he was trying to get a copy of Legends Arceus, and I was like, oh, you play Pokemon? He goes, yeah. And I'm like, you ever play competitive? He goes, on Sword and Shield? No, I played a little bit of trading card game, and I go, really? He's like, yeah, but I haven't played since, like, Gen 1, so, I want to eventually get back into it, and I go, are you a fan of Venusaur? He goes, my favorite Pokemon ever. I go, boy, do I have some news for
I
you.
told you I'm recording something.
Literally one of the best guys. That's awesome. I love that. I love stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just like telling
I love
someone
that.
like your favorite Pokemon's viable, by the way.
Yeah, it's always sad when someone's like, yeah, my favorite Pokemon's Victini, and then I've always had to be like, listen, bud, you can't use them.
Yeah.
But now.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
that's why I'm so happy Melmetal's allowed. I know I'm coping very hard. I know that's not going to be amazing, but it is one of my favorite Pokemon and has been for a while. So
Yeah.
the fact that I can make it go into the video game and get big and get kills makes me happy. I love my little guy.
Yeah. I mean, I like that we can use Meltan now to do really funny things versus Zacian.
Yeah, you trap Zacian with Magnet Pull, but then you explode to any move because Eviolite doesn't work on him.
Yeah, you run Focus Sash Melmetal with Groudon, and you just literally like trap it in, and then you max Quake, and they have no defensive play really.
It does get Substitute.
Mm-hmm.
Are we talking about Miltan or
The little,
Meltan.
the baby.
And
I was like, Melmetal
Meltan.
doesn't get Iron Pull
But couldn't
or
you just
Steel
run,
or
like,
Magnet Pull.
Shadow.
It does.
Can you just run like Shadow Tag Goth though? That
Yeah.
situation?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, fuck
But
it,
it
we'll
would
go
be
Meltan.
funnier.
Meltan's funnier.
Fair enough.
Meltan's. Did you know Meltan and Melmetal have the same speed stat?
I know, I
Wait,
love it.
Wait, actually, I'm gonna start turning this up.
Wait, I'm
They're
kind of
shit, you're right,
interested
they're
in
30-40.
Gothitelle now, actually.
Gothitelle could go
30-40,
crazy.
That's wild.
All of the excuse me, all the support Pokemon like Clefairy and Dee and Incineroar, other ones that I can't think of right now, they're still gonna be good. Amoonguss is a good example, but everything's gonna want to like run a resistance barrier or run sash. The
I
damage
think,
output's
yeah.
gonna be crazy.
I think support Pokemon have a higher stock because of that, and I think like non-restricted attacking Pokemon kind of took an L. Like
Yeah,
Thundurus,
that's really
like,
what it is.
Who else? Charizard, no, because it's just Groudon's best friend.
Yeah, but now I can run a Victini over Charizard, and I can just if I want to.
It's
not the same.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, here's where you run Victini. Mm-hmm. Does your team have a Venusaur? Yes, run Victini.
Yeah.
Do you want to win? Yes. Then run Charizard. Charizard is better than Victini on Groudon teams like 99% of the time, unless you really want to use Sleep Powder and Prosperous Blades.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying though, but a non-restricted attacker Pokemon, right? Like Thundurus was the only example that came to mind. Something else, I
Landorus.
guess, like Urshifu comes to mind. Lando, yeah, that's a big one.
Lando used to, and this is a weird thing to kind of explain, Lando wasn't known for like picking up KOs in VGC. It was sort of known for chipping things. Mm-hmm. Like it got a lot of damage, but it wasn't like a KO monster, you know?
And now it is.
Because it was Rock Slide and Earthquake. Those were its two moves.
Yeah.
And U-turn.
Its job was to be scuffed and Rock Slide the Charizard wise. That was its job.
Mm-hmm.
Or be bulky with an AV.
Yeah. But also with like Landorus, I noticed usually with formats, like people start off with Scarf sets. At least like not in Dynamax formats, not including that, but
I hate that. I hate that Dynamax killed Scarflando.
Yeah, but like people started with Scarf sets, and then as the format gets further on, like closer to Worlds, they become bulkier with like Assault Vest or some sort of berry or something.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when Shoma won Worlds in 2015. I think his was Assault Vest, right, with like max HP or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Assault Vest Lando is usually the best.
It wants to.
It doesn't need to. It doesn't need to run AV because it has a funny little button on the Onixia moves that you can press.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude, that's also what I'm
Ash,
excited
Ash.
for. AV. Yeah.
Sorry. Here. Improvement to the Zarude set. There you go.
Thank you. I think he could be funny. I think the monkey is a little bit humorous.
Yeah,
I don't think he's
the only
great.
issue is I gave you a regular Zarude. We need to run Zarude Data.
True. I don't actually know which one I have in game. I don't remember which
I
event
have both. I got both
Yo.
because I paid a guy on eBay for a code just so I could have a little scarf on my monkey.
He's stylish now. He's stylish
He
now.
literally has a cape. That's it. I love that is a separate Pokemon.
Yeah.
Dad.
It's Zarude and the cooler Zarude. If I see a regular ass Zarude on ladder, I'm disconnecting because they are not worth my time.
A toothpick changes everything.
A toothpick changes everything.
I need that. I need that picture with the fucking
Dude,
scarf.
and you know what? If you could nickname Zarude Dada, I think Toothpick's actually a really solid
That's
name.
actually kind of good, yeah.
I think you can, can't you? If you do, you can like re-nickname Pokemon like one time.
Not events.
Oh, not events, really?
Or I think maybe you can for events, but events from older generations into the new one, you can't because they went through home. I have to check.
Oh,
Yeah.
Can I talk about that? How the coolest part about Series 13 is seeing all of the VGC players ever just scramble around opening all of their old Pokemon
That was
games.
so
being like,
fun.
oh, how do I get this? That was kind of
Yeah.
cool.
That was
Seeing
so
you
cool.
guys
Well,
be like,
I mean, some of them did that.
well, I mean, literally you guys, right? Like, Marco's
Yeah,
joined to
'cause it
call
was
it.
fun.
Marco's joined to call that, like, he never joins and was like, how do I get this Pokemon? And then everyone else was there, like, I got you.
Shout out to Cleffy. Shout out to Cleffy
goat,
for
the
having
goat.
a copy of Pokemon Black.
Cleffy.
Because there's a way that you can get Victini in game right now, but you have to have Black
Or what?
or White, not the
Can you
sequels.
get
We should probably
the-
wrap this one up though.
Yeah, no, wait, real quick though. I'm curious because I need to know for me getting a Victini. Can you just get the ticket in black and white? Like through. Like, how do you do that?
You don't get the ticket. You have to do one of the distribution.
Oh, yeah. With the. There's people running some server that you can connect to with like direct DNS and you can get mystery gifts
Yeah.
in older Pokemon games.
You can get Genesect. You can get Meloetta, which is not legal.
I know.
And you can get Victini. Also, you can get Deoxys, which is not legal.
Yeah.
And you can get a couple of World Championship Pokemon. Like I have a World Championship Smeargle and a World Championship Metagross now.
That's sick.
Yeah. I can.
Dude, hearing you guys talk about this makes me realize how unprepared I am for Series 13.
No, don't even worry about it.
I got you. If you ever need anything.
Yeah.
Brady, please help me.
Jack, do you ever play Pokemon Go?
Okay, I'm one of those fake guys who like played it in 2016 and then never touched it again.
Oh no, that's
That's
valid.
me. That's me.
Yeah, that's.
But I will say, there is a reason to play Pokemon Go right now, and it's because this is your one chance to get a 0 speed IV Zapdos, a 0 speed IV Galarian Zapdos without having to limit yourself to resetting on another alt on Sword and Shield.
Oh, really?
Wait, why would you want 0 speed though?
You don't remember? Oh, you didn't play Series 10.
No, I didn't.
Series 10,
power brace shit.
a lot of Amoonguss were running a little bit of speed, so outside of Trick Room, they could actually sleep. They were running like 31 IV, I think, so they could sleep Calyrex Ice.
Okay.
And as an anti-Trick Room Pokemon, we actually started seeing Power Anklet Zapdos.
We
Galarian
did?
That's kind of
Zapdos.
funny.
We did
Yeah,
see
because
that?
you could run like Quick Guard for Incineroar, you get a Defiant boost, you could Thunderous Kick it for a KO. It's actually a really good Trick Room Pokemon if you give it a Power Anklet and it has no speed IVs. The issue is the 0 speed IV.
It's
Yeah.
Like
why wouldn't people just run like safety goggles then to stop Spore? Or was there like a reasoning for it?
because it's mostly just the fact that you can like you can stop Spore, right? But you're not stopping Spore on your Calyrex Ice.
You want it to be like
If that makes
like,
sense.
I mean
Slow
like
Trick Room
safety goggles
attacker
on
is
the
what it makes
Calyrex Ice.
Well, because you want weakness policy still. It was
Okay.
it wasn't worth it. And also White Herb picked up around the time. Like it was the fact that you couldn't afford to run safety goggles.
Yeah. Because, dude,
So,
there's
yeah.
like a span of 10 months that I just didn't play, so I have no idea what the hell
But
people
this
ran.
this sounds like Marcos tech. This was common.
I never
Yeah,
saw
no,
that.
no.
That is
Yeah.
crazy.
It was a thing. It was like, I don't know about common, but it was definitely used.
If you saw Trick Room and a Zapdos, you knew it
what
was
item
Power
was,
Anklet.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how common it was.
I mean, that's a pretty
like,
cool tech.
you knew
I never
it.
thought about that.
It's Power Anklet, Iron Ball, I always shit on. I say it's not worth it. It's never worth it. Just use a Pokemon that doesn't need an item to be that good.
Well,
And
Marcus,
then-
do you remember
yeah.
when I ran Iron Ball Moongus back in 2018 so I could outspeed Forkful and Trick Room and Spore it?
But
See, that one's worth it in my opinion.
Yeah. So I remember that was a common thing, and then they thought they could just Eruption Ice.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yo, I got the tag. Iron Ball Stack Attacker, so you have 1 speed and you have the strongest heavy slam.
Yeah.
Also Stack Attacker.
Yeah.
Yo.
Anyways,
speaking of
for Patreon
Attacker.
stuff, we should record some best of 3s on Series 13.
that would be hype, actually.
Ooh,
I haven't like Showdown
Ooh.
doesn't have their ladder up yet, right?
Yeah. Anyways, we should probably
Perhaps.
wrap this up. I got places to be.
Wow,
Alright.
busy boy.
I think Series 13 is cool because I get to use my silly little Victini from my black playthrough called Cola.
Oh, also the ribbon hunting community is absolutely ecstatic because they can get another ribbon.
You can?
Yeah, on the mythical Pokemon, if you're doing a ribbon hunt for mythical Pokemon, they can now get the Master Rank ribbon.
Oh, true.
the ladder
That's cute.
champion
I
or
like
whatever
that.
it's called.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have to shoot for
So this
Master Rank
is
then on
pretty
some
cool.
mythicals just to have it, just to say I did it.
To be fair, it's pretty easy. You literally just throw it on a team now. You
Yeah.
don't even have to like make a team for it.
Yo, I'm gonna get the Master Rank ribbon on Cosmog.
Oh, that's actually fire.
I'm gonna
Why
do
it's
it.
always been legal, but yeah.
Yeah. Alright, it's Patreon time. Welcome to Patreon. Thank you
Yahoo!
to Crazy Carlton, Ken Marker, Plumber, Professor Germs, Ryan, and Turdo for subscribing to the Patreon. As well as everybody else. Thank you. New episode of M4D should be up on the Patreon when this gets uploaded. We did the other one a day late because reasons. Michael got high, maybe, potentially. I don't know.
Hold on.
Perhaps.
IDK. He might have been on the gummy.
Okay, the 2 options were it was either weed or Minecraft addiction, and both make me look bad. So
Yeah, sure.
Could be both at the same time.
true.
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty cool. It's cool.
Before we end, Jack, do you want to shout out any like social media and stuff for yourself?
Oh, dude, I have not touched social media in like years.
That's fair.
Like,
that's
like
fair.
I have a Twitter.
It has
just to like
no
occasionally
posts
look
on
on it. But like I don't have social media for the most. Well, I do have social media,
Thanks,
but I never
honestly.
touched it, so not really. But I want to thank you guys for having me. Like it was really nice to bring me back around and
Nice to
stuff,
see
so.
you.
Yeah,
again,
of course.
bro.
It was nice to meet you.
You
Me.
met him. Me.
No, I haven't like
We all met each
talked
other.
to him.
Yeah.
Like seriously.
Re-meet
Yeah.
you.
I've talked to him like I said hi and then I had to leave the call.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
That one
Oh,
time.
no. Okay. Ooh. There's a different time you met him. So fun fact: Jack was actually here for like the kindlings of this podcast.
Oh,
like,
in that
Inception
in
of
Marcos's old server that he made
Yeah.
for content
Yeah.
people.
so back in the year of 2020, everybody's in
When I
lockdown
met y'all.
and chilling out. Marcos decides he wants to like make a Discord for just like all his friends because he wanted to be in a call with people. And everyone in this everyone in this episode was in that Discord, and obviously Marcos was as well. But yeah, Jack was sort of there for like the birth of this podcast, I guess, because it's where I met Michael and Ash, and then I eventually, sort of, I found Ash's streams off of that, and then I joined Discord, and then it ended up working out pretty well.
The rest is history.
Yeah.
The rest is history.
You're hype, Jack.
We're all friends.
We are friends.
Friendship
Yeah.
wins.
Friendship
You
wins
wins.
see me like
today.
screaming in the background, just like cheers and fireworks. And stuff.
Dude, before Jack was added to the Route 1 Discord, I hadn't talked to Jack since that server, and that was back in like 2021. And it was like, that's crazy.
It feels like yesterday, but it's so
That is
long
actually
ago.
pretty wild.
Yeah, oh my god.
Because the thing is, I'm that guy that disappears for like a year and then just one day comes out of nowhere like, hey, how you doing?
How's it going, guys?
So hype. It's so hype.
And then you're like, dude, I thought you were dead. And I'm like, that's what a lot of people thought.
Nah, I have you on Snapchat.
Oh,
add
wait,
Jack
you
to
do have me on
debauchery.
Snap, Marcos.
We need to
Yeah.
add Jack to debauchery.
True.
Oh, yeah,
true.
we should. Yeah, a couple people to that chat. I haven't looked at that in a little bit. But yeah, thank y'all for watching.
Thank you. Put your
see you
favorite silly
next.
mythical in the comments.
Goodbye.
Yeah, you got some
Goodbye.
crazy tech, let us know. Goodbye.
Bye
next time.
bye.